Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nadlan Group podcast. And today we have Lauren Cohen, which is an international lawyer, realtor, and investment strategist. Hello, Lauren. Nice to have you here.
Shalom, how are you, Manishma?
Thank,
Shalom, how are you, Manishma?
Maroulé, thank you so much for joining us. And basically, we've been working together for so long. We know each other for so long.
How long?
You are a major international lawyer working with many Canadians and other foreign nationals that like to come to the US. So to kind of like help our listener get better sense of who you are, maybe you can tell us something unusual about you, something you have done or a hobby of yours, just something personal, that's not business related that you don't
Well, it's
mention,
not
it comes
exactly
out of the blue.
personal, but it's also not exactly business. It's kind of my raison d'être, which is my reason for doing what I do, or what prompted me to do what I do. And that is as I think you know, my ex-husband was deported on the way back from our honeymoon. So that is not something that most immigration lawyers.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, you
That's
didn't know?
a crazy
Every
story.
time I speak, I
Maybe you
talk
can
about
tell us
that.
a bit about it.
Yeah, it was a crazy
Yeah.
story when on our
Wow. This,
honeymoon
this
to
is really
Thailand.
interesting. I would love to hear more about it.
You know, Lior, there's a very big lag. Like this, do you hear it? It's very strange.
The what?
Something is not right with this. See, I'm hearing my voice
Can you
a
hear me?
second time. And when you speak, I'm not hearing you as
Hmm.
you're speaking.
All right. Let's try to work with it because we are live. So
Okay.
I hear you
It,
well.
yeah, but when your mouth is moving, I don't hear you. So something is very strange. Okay.
Maybe.
Um, so anyway, so we went on our honeymoon to Thailand, and my husband at the time had sold illegal Rolexes in Montreal in a mall, and he was inadmissible, and I didn't know it because I wasn't working in that space. So at the end of the day, we went on this honeymoon. He should never have left the country, but in retrospect, I'm very glad he did. And so we came back from our honeymoon. They put him in immigration jail. They expeditiously removed him. They subsequently deported him, and then they barred him from entry. And the rest is history because that's how I fell into the immigration space, or not fell. I was in the process of getting my green card at the time because I'm from Canada, as you can see from the flags. And and he was not granted a green card. He now lives in Israel. Sorry, guys. But that's where he went. And I became an immigration lawyer.
Wow. This is crazy story.
It's a crazy
Wow. All
story.
right. So this is definitely personal and interesting. Now, maybe can you give our listeners a little background on you and how you work with international investors?
So I take international investors all the way through the whole journey from beginning to end. It's not just the legal part, it's the whole strategy. It's a four-pronged strategy that helps not only get a visa, but also helps to make sure that your investment is sound, that your structure is sound, that your family's future is sound, that you have all of your I's dotted and T's crossed in the process, because it's not just about getting a visa, it's about building a pipeline and building a legacy and building a profitable business, a successful business in the US or in any other country that you're going to. So it's a very comprehensive service that we offer. And I care deeply about my clients. And somebody yesterday just spoke with me about the fact that he had hired this team to do their visas, and all they kept doing was speaking to paralegals, and they don't want to do that. So with me, it's a very personal service. It's very hands-on, it's very top tier, and it's very strategic and structured.
Nice. And basically, how most of your clients are foreign investors or that want to invest in the US or US citizens wanting to invest in other countries?
Both, actually. So more and more often, especially in the past 6, 8 months, we've had a lot of clients that do want to invest internationally, both from the US and from other countries,
Oh
including in
wow.
Israel, for example. And we help them basically achieve their global goals, whatever those may be. And we help them with Dubai and Japan, and as of yesterday, Greece. So you name it, we help cover it.
Wow.
But my main business has always been and probably will always be inbound to the US, investing in the US, getting the structure set up. If you so desire, getting a visa, and that's going to become more and more relevant as time goes on. And the ability to cross, especially the Canada-US border freely, is going to become more problematic, not less. And so
Yeah.
you're going to need more than just having a structure, because once you are running a business here, you will need a visa.
We see also as a lending broker, like a lot of interest now from Canadians. It used to be like, and I'm sure you know, when Trump got elected and then he went all board against Canadians with the tariffs and stuff. I don't think much changed, but maybe it's kind of like observed. We're getting now a very large bunch of Canadian, especially now a few real estate schools in Canada recommended us. So we get a lot of people coming over, a lot of them investing in Ohio. I think Canadians love Ohio, love Columbus, Ohio, and all of these areas. I guess also because it's close to the border. I know
Yeah,
some invest in Detroit and stuff
Michigan and
because
Ohio
it's
are
close to the
easy. That's
border, so they
exactly
can,
right.
yeah, like they drive in. And of course,
Right.
Florida always been a favorite.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us a bit about the trends that you see, like where, let's say, Canadian investors like to invest, which areas, what kind of investments, which states.
Well, like you said, it's Ohio, it's Michigan, but it's also, and obviously Florida, it's also Texas, it's Georgia, it's Arizona, it's North Carolina. It's not California. It's not California. A lot of them invest in upstate New York, like
Yeah.
in Buffalo and Rochester, Syracuse, Albany.
California is not investable,
No, exactly. It's off the grid, pretty
off the
much.
limit for investments. Yeah. Yeah. What kind of trends did you see recently with Florida? We know that there was a huge, crazy boom of snowbirds buying everywhere in Florida. And now we can see some shifting in the trend. So maybe you can
Absolutely.
tell us
There's
also as the realtor.
Yeah, a hundred
Um,
percent. Yeah, actually, there was this pandemonium kind of toward the end of season last year after Trump announced the tariffs, where everybody's like, "Get me out! I want to sell. Get me out!" And so we, I think that that's calmed down. And this season coming up, which starts really around American Thanksgiving, a little before, maybe after the Jewish high holidays, we're going to see how the trending is shifting in terms of Canadians. And where are they going to go? Mexico? It's not very realistic. They want to drive to Florida. They're still going to drive to Florida, and they're still going to buy property. And there are certain types of properties that we prefer, depending on if it's for their own use or depending on if it's for investment. We like co-living, for example. We have a lot of clients investing in co-living models, which is where you take a single family home, and it's kind of like a mini kibbutz, to be honest with you, where you take a single family home and turn it into a multi-unit.
that's interesting. That's interesting. So how does it go, the co-living? Like they buy a property and then they divide it like a shared kitchen, or how does
Yeah,
it go?
exactly. They divide a single family home into 7 or 8 bedrooms, sometimes with 4 or 5 bathrooms, sometimes with 1 bedroom per bathroom, and they share a kitchen. There are different iterations of it as we are continuing to grow and scale this. So yeah.
And who are the renters? Like usually you would do something like that, let's say for students or something like that. So these are kind of like, let's say, Canadian that want to come for. It's kind of remind me like the backpacking that I did like 20 plus years ago, Thailand and stuff. Like you go to like a shared location,
Right.
as in your 20s, and you rent a bed basically. So
Correct.
this is like per the room, and so this is going to be for someone that want to come to Canada. Is it like
Not
nomad,
Canada.
someone that can work online, can
Not
work
Canada.
remotely?
Not Canada. I mean, they do have student housing in Canada, but this is not for. This is mostly in like Florida, in Georgia.
No, I'm talking about. I know. I'm talking about
I'm sorry.
like they come from Canada.
Oh, okay. See, this is the
Yeah,
problem.
I didn't mean that
Unfortunately, there's a
they live in
delay.
Canada.
So,
You said in Florida. So what kind of renters are interested in co-living? Like, is it like younger folks or like older ones, or do they get like a room in a house?
yep.
They rent it for long, 12 months, or they rent
No,
it by
it's
the week
midterm
or the month?
rentals, so it's by the month. We do it through Pad Split, which is a portal where they manage the process, and it's blue collar workers, it's travel nurses, it's people that don't want to just have a hotel room, it's people that want a place that they can call theirs for short periods of time, it's people that are attending school, it could be students, higher end students. It's a lot of different options, so for sure.
That's interesting. So when did this trend started, and what kind of returns like you can see in such a property compared to like just renting to a family?
Yeah, so the trend started probably a few years ago with Pad Split, but then we're modifying it and revising it and changing the game a little bit. It's a very good model for a visa if that's what you're seeking, but it's also super lucrative. We have a lot of Israeli Canadians investing in this model, for example, because they get it.
Wow. So how can that work to get a visa? So
Because we
someone
build.
is seeing you now, he said, "Wow, I want to have a visa."
Well, I'm not going to tell you my secret sauce because that's what I do. But we take the business.
Okay. No,
We
just for someone that want to approach you, but thinking about like if it's doable at
right.
all.
Well,
Like they
that's
think, all right,
okay.
like I didn't know that I have this path. Like,
Oh my goodness, there's such a delay. It's very
so
challenging
what
because
kind of amount?
know what you're
Let's say someone
saying.
is interested to contact you.
Okay, so we take their
Someone
invest.
want to contact you, like, yeah.
I can't. I don't know because your mouth is moving and I'm not hearing you. So I'm sorry. I don't mean to be difficult, but I'm not
So I will
following.
try to talk slower.
I don't think it's going to help.
Okay.
It's a delay in the feed.
what kind of dollar amount? Okay. All right. How much do they need to invest to potentially get a visa?
So you're basically looking at one property to get the visa. Each property is between 300,000 and 400,000, give or take. And then over the 5 years of the E2, and this is true for Israelis as much as Canadians, as much as Brits, as much as Mexicans, Colombians. So over the course of the 5 years of the visa, we recommend that they add 2 additional properties. So that means their total investment is 900,000, which they'll get financing from you for 75%, let's say. So you're looking at a total output of 300,000. The returns range anywhere from 13 to 17% net. So you can't really do much better than that.
All right. And are there any other reasons that you see investors coming to invest, or mostly for the visa?
No, absolutely not. They're investing because the numbers in Canada are terrible and they want to invest somewhere where they can actually make some money. And here in the US is definitely the cap rates, the returns, everything is a lot stronger than in Canada, no matter on which way you slice it. It's 100% like that.
I see. And any other countries that you see looking to get a visa in the US other than Canadians?
Of course, we have Israelis, we have Mexicans, Colombians, Argentinians. Really, there's no shortage of Brits, a lot of Brits for sure. Brits love real estate. They love Orlando, especially. And it just depends. And there are many strategies available that allow them to get a visa without having to buy a separate business that I created. That's my How to Immigrate Through Real Estate program that I created about 3 years ago. And we take them through that whole streamlined process of figuring out the business, the visa, everything.
So all of the recent political changes, Trump elected, all of the immigration policies, deportation, tariffs, how do you see that affecting the demand to immigrate to the US, or how hard it is now?
There's definitely a lot of changes that have happened, and it's definitely becoming much harder. It's going to be a lot harder to run a business without a visa in the US. They're going to be imposing requirements. They're probably going to change the minimum investment strategies. There's a lot of things that are changing, and the sooner, if you want to get in on the game, you got to get in soon because it's going to be gone. And if it's not gone, they're going to have investment minimums that are going to be imposed, and you're not going to like them because they're going to be high.
I see. So overall, is now a good time to invest across borders?
Now is a great time. Tomorrow may
why?
not.
Why yes?
Because now is when the market is available. Now is when the opportunities are available. And we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. So if you're interested in the US market, you should do it now and not wait, because the rules are changing. He just announced today that H-1B rules are changing. So this is an ever-changing dynamic in our world. And the sooner you get in on this opportunity, the stronger your opportunity is going to be, because otherwise you're not going to have it. And this is not like me just kind of making up a story. This is a reality that us as immigration attorneys are dealing with on a daily basis, because there are so many changes geopolitically and to the processing and adjudication. So if you want a visa, if you want to invest in the US, don't wait until it's too late, because it will be too late. And this is fact, not rhetoric.
Yeah, so we definitely see so many changes now daily. Trump all the time, he's been looking to do the most amount of changes in the first 100 days, and we saw that it did so many rulings and changes daily. So basically, you say everyone better act now because the doors might be closing.
Yes, 100%.
I see.
But yeah, it's
so anything that you like to add? Of course, like if you want to tell us, our listeners can that interested in talking to you, how they can reach out to you, and anything else that you like to add.
Everything we do is along the brand of investing across borders. So our Facebook, our LinkedIn, our YouTube, our Instagram. So we have a lot of amazing videos and podcasts, including a few with my friend Lior, that are on YouTube, that have been posted on Facebook. We have a very active social media platform, or very active platforms. And if you want to connect with me, you can reach me at investingacrossborders1@gmail, or hello@investingacrossborders.net, hello@investingacrossborders.net. Again, if you missed that, you can find us anywhere, but you should definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that's where, like today, in about a half an hour, I'm interviewing somebody about the American banking system. He's actually originally from Canada. He's in California, of all places.
Wow.
And he's talking about different types of financing options as well that are a little different than what you're doing. So, there's always value, and there's always a way to connect with me. And it will be me, not just someone on my team that actually connects with you.
Yeah, and all of you guys, you can always, if you're part of our forum, Lauren is also there, the Nadlan Group forum, and also creative financing for investors. So basically, you can go there and look up her name, Lauren Cohen, and send her a messenger. That's always easy.
But then do I have to log in to get that?
Joining us. This is... No, you don't need to log in.
Okay, because I'm not so good at that part.
On the Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on Facebook group. We have also our own social network, the one that you are joining. But on the Facebook, it's open for everyone, and you can look up Lauren Cohen there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a fascinating, especially now with Trump and ever changing thing. Like, I know that timing is everything. I came to the US 15 years ago. It took me 12 years because I had to go not through marriage, through work, 5 years to get the green card and then to become a citizen. So, and I did this process before Trump was elected. So definitely now
Mm-hmm.
with all of the changes, you don't want to do it yourself. You want someone on your side, always your taxes and a good CPA, a good attorney, a good mortgage broker, a good realtor. These are things that you always want to have a good one on your side because there's so many regulations, there are so many things changing every day,
Every
and you need
day.
someone that will be able
Really?
to navigate you to your goal. Yeah, you don't. There are some things in life that you can learn from mistakes. You
Yeah.
don't want to mess with your immigration. I know I
No.
didn't leave the U.S. for 5 6 years to see my older mom and my family and my brother and sister in Israel because I didn't want what happened to your fiance like
It
happened.
was my
Like,
husband. We
I
got
know from my
married.
experience, you don't. Your husband, yeah. You don't want to leave the U.S. while you're in the middle of a process. I know some people that did it. Some Israelis, they even been told to leave and they couldn't come back. So you want someone professional to guide you with everything that is very
Especially now.
sophisticated, just like landing in the U.S. and immigration. Everything that is sophisticated, don't just learn on YouTube. Yeah, you hear this on YouTube, but you definitely want to discuss with a professional because a mistake can change your life. Like doing something good can change it for the best. Like moving to the US, I can say it's one of the best things that happened to me. You might not realize it in the beginning, and it's not easy, and my boss was not easy, and doing the process, but I wouldn't change it in the world. Like it's the biggest leap that I could ever have, like in all aspects of life, especially coming from, I love Israel. It's always going to be my country. But with everything going on, it's not easy to live there. It's definitely not easy to live there, unfortunately. And here I can concentrate on my family, on my work, on my finance, on my good being. I can concentrate. I can go with Lauren on a podcast and think about the podcast. In Israel, I work with people that I go on Zoom with, and in the middle of the Zoom, they need to run to the shelter. Like
Yeah.
it's not, unfortunately, it's not an easy way to live.
No.
Um, so,
Stressful.
guys, Lauren is here to help you out. Reach out. And thank you, Lauren, for being with us. It's always exciting to talk to you. I always learn new stuff. And your personal story was
I can't
wow.
believe you didn't know
All
that.
right. So
That's
thank you
like
so much for joining
shocking.
us. I didn't know. You see, like you always learn. You always learn. There's always new stuff. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And
להתראות.
have a
I'm
fun
Yisrael
day.
Chai.
And
All the best. Thank you. Toda
I'm
rabba.
Israel Chai, and keep rolling. Keep building your life. Try to keep making your life better through investing, through immigration. The U.S. Like it's not perfect, but there's quite a bit of benefits.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you
Perfect.
so
Thank
much.
you so much. Take care. Bye, Lior.